sanctify themselves and others. For this reason, they receive a special grace in the sacrament, which Jesus Christ instituted. Those who are called to the married state will, with the grace of God, find within their state everything they need to behold. That was a beautiful quote by Saint Jose Maria Escriva, a dedicated priest and wonderful saint who passed away in 1975, not too long ago. It tells a story about the path to sainthood, which I will elaborate later. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe. I'm clearly a trusted associate of the Sledge family, and I stand before you as John's best man. I also was given exactly 5 minutes, and I'm using it all. Before I move on, I want to say some thank yous. I want to thank the family and friends who put this wonderful celebration together for our fabulous new Mr. and Mrs. I want to thank the Sledge family who have looked on me with kindness, favor, and love in giving me the feeling of an honorary family member against the better judgment of the father of the group. I also want to thank the Bergeron family. Where are they? Thank you for not talking Leticia out of coming here today. Finally, well, not finally, I want to say thank you to all the friends and family that gathered here today, both near and far. The Irish family. I know the party's with you and you guys are going to save me later. Finally, thank you to Mr. Bergeron, the maid and matron of honor, for wonderful words and inspiring wisdom. It's a hard act to follow. When I was asked to be the best man, I was struck with dread. We all know it was because of the speech, but not for the reason you think. I can handle a crowd, that's no big deal. I had to impress someone. This guy. Okay? John is not easy to impress because he has an impressive intellect, which is a technical term for a know-it-all. Now, I will tell you I've benefited from this impressive intellect many times, but the truth is I was still set with a problem. I had to try and impress him. You might wonder how we got to be friends. Well, it was through All Saints. John and I quickly realized we had a lot in common. I was becoming a cranky old man, and he already was one. We had shared a love for technology, computer security, and of course we both loved Jesus, or else the whole All Saints thing wouldn't make much sense. But as time went on, we engaged in various nonsense in search of entertainment and conquest. We hacked things like Facebook, purely for academic purposes. We burnt metal and electronic teardowns, and I sparked him right out of my kitchen chair. He shot me in the face with a pellet gun. And then I still helped him pick his graduate classes. The rest will never be documented for both his and my safety, but I can tell you it was 9 solid years of avoiding major injury and jail time. But what about the story of Leticia and John? Well, we've kind of heard versions of it already a couple times today. It started in high school, and I wasn't around yet. And high school relationships are usually a flash in the pan of life, and so was theirs. But I will tell you what I was there for. Later in life, I knew John, and Leticia showed up at an All Saints show, and John told me there was a chance encounter with an acquaintance from his former life. And we both share a skepticism gene, but he was cautiously optimistic. And I want to tell you what happened next. I'm going to quote Dante. "A great fire floweth from a tiny spark." Slowly, I got to know Leticia and just how awesome she is. While I was overseas for an extended period of time, this young couple regularly visited my lonely wife for 7 months. They regularly come and cook for us, where we gladly surrender our pots and pans, and if they want it, money. Leticia is vibrant, intelligent, compassionate, and there's no better woman in this world for John. My family is blessed to call you a friend. And I want to mention how radiant your glow is right now. It's extending from one side of the room to the other. There's only one other time I've seen that. My wife was standing where you are, and I was standing where John was. You both were there for our wedding, and I'm glad our growing family is here for yours. So here you both are, bound in faith and love, having engaged in one of the most important sacraments the Catholic Church has to offer. By receiving that sacrament and saying, "I do," you exchange the keys to each other's souls and promise to do everything you can to get the other person to heaven. You also have laid the foundation for a lifetime of joy and moments of trials. I'm looking you in the eyes to tell you both, you will succeed, because you gave each other the gifts of love and life, Cherish those gifts, and not only will you succeed, you will become saints. All along the way, your light will shine for us to follow as well, and we can get to heaven too. That is what Saint Escriva and Father Noah told us today. Congratulations on your newfound joy and peace in your path to sainthood. And now, in good heritage, I will deliver you, Mr. and Mrs. Sledge, an Irish toast, wishing you a successful road ahead, supplied by your Irish family. Raise your glasses. Gnairi an Boherlat agus Slancha.
Very nice. Let's give them a nice round of applause.